Alright fam, welcome back. Another episode. I am just picking up from where I left off in the last episode, so I haven't actually forgotten what I'm doing for once. I'm just looking through these to see which ones give the most Trailblaze XP, so we can try and get closer to level 24. So it's these ones, then followed by this one. There's a few here that do 250. And then there's a couple of hundreds and some nuns. So, I suspect these two might be quite fast. So I'm just going to do one of them. Apparently I get something for this. Some weird little polar bear thing. I was going to click on it, but then I clicked on teleport, so... Here I am. Okay, I need to chat with the security department staff. So let's do that. Hey guys, what's up? Damn it, I did not want to do that. These photos made every staff member anxious. Alan, what should we do? Oh, what should we do? If it were up to me, we shouldn't do anything since we're not even sure what's shown in these photos. Enough. It's not like the station has never encountered strange phenomena before. Go tell the rest. I will lead this investigation myself. Why take on this all by yourself, Alan? If anything happens like last time... What happened? Oh, it's you. We're discussing the recent photos of specters circulating around the space station. Creepy. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Other staff members have taken more photos of the same thing. Recently, the security department has received multiple sightings of this unidentified creature. It moves around stealthily like a ghost, and only a photograph can reveal its shape. It may have a connection to a certain curio. Too busy with the station's reconstruction, none of the research labs have any more personnel to spare for this investigation. They always claim they are busy all the time, all excuses. That's right. Harlan, you really shouldn't take this on all by yourself. Well, someone has to. When the ball is in our court, we should just take it. If we kick the ball back to the other court, that just means we've lowered ourselves to their level, wouldn't you say? Careful what you ask for? I don't know. I know, but how would I be able to work security if I'm afraid of trouble? That's a good point, Arlen. I should remind everyone in the security department already has their hands full with routine danger elimination tasks. We simply don't have the people. That's right. I still also have so much work to do, like that one and that one. All right. Gingerji, you wouldn't refuse a request from a recovering patient, would you? This is an emergency, so I do need your help. I already sent for people to gather all the witnesses of the specters at the reception hall in the base zone. Let's go and interview them before coming up with a plan. Okay. Gonna investigate some ghosts. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Go to the zone that we have to go to. We're gonna go there. So good. We're gonna be there better than anyone has ever been before. Okay. Oh no, Abraham's here. Can I not talk to him? Let's talk to other people. These little guys are cute. Looks like the adults over there are very prepared. You promise me you won't accidentally spill anything, okay? I know, just leave it to me. No matter how righteous they appear, how charismatic they are, how pitiable they present themselves, we must not tell them anything. I got it. You can be such a nag sometimes, you know, Adler. Okay, I'll stop. Here they come. Shh. Oh, it's Big Brother Arlan. Ever since the monsters came here, Big Brother Alan has been so busy he never came round anymore. Sheila misses you so much. Big Brother Alan misses you too. Me? Gingerji is right. I'm always thinking about the safety of the staff members. And because of that, I would like to ask you about this rumor of staff members accidentally taking pictures of some eerie entities. I bought some of them here. Take a look. Ah, I've seen them. If Big Brother Arlan is here to talk about Whoopi, Shilling has nothing to tell you, sorry. Whoopi? Spilling the beans right from the start. Never mind. Oh, this is the other kid. Never mind. I'm Adler from the Department of Ecology. You may not have seen me before, but if you've heard of the Adler classification method used station-wide, you will have known the surname my father and I bear. Shiling's Whoopi is indeed one of the spectres you mentioned. They're the curio Wubbaboo from the Department of Ecology. Wubbaboos are considered a subspecies of astral spirits that exist in the form of spiritual entities. We know this because we actually read that entry about them. They're also known as a jinx to some people. If you're curious about them, I may be able to give you a brief explanation of their existence. Yeah, that's right. Little Adler is our genius of the Department of Ecology. No one else can outsmart Adler. You mean out-achieve. I've told you many times, outsmart is about cunning. I am all about work and intellect. All right, little Adler. All right, little Adler. Don't be anxious. Shit, so many voices. I can't keep track of everything. Don't be anxious. Since you brought up Wubbaboo, Gingerji and I here want to ask you a few questions. Are they dangerous? That's one hard question to answer. You see, Wubbaboos are different from humans. In their way of thinking, there is no active concept of malevolence. However, the chaotic behaviors they exhibit in line with their nature often cause unpredictable damage to their environments, which can be perceived by humans as being harmful. Where can we find them? The question is difficult to answer. I'm a generalist type of scholar, not a specialist. Just based on these photos, Wubbaboos can appear everywhere and anywhere. Likely, the specific pathways of their movement can only be discerned by those who take care of them. You seem to be hiding something. I am not. As the walking encyclopedia in the Department of Ecology, I am just answering your questions on behalf of Wen Shiling. That's right. I messed up just now, so Adler is helping me not tell on myself any more than I already did. Adler, in my professional opinion, your answers were vague, evasive, and offered very limited help. The spectres in the photos, the Wubbaboos, have already disrupted the order on the space station. I'm trying to remember what Alan's voice actually sounds like. I need to recover them as soon as possible to prevent them from further endangering the space station and bringing potential harm to our staff. Impossible. As I've said, they're not malicious. They only act in accordance with their most basic instincts. Yeah, that's right. We're very familiar with Whoopi. They won't harm people on purpose. At most, they'll just pull some pranks at places. Shilling, please, just stop talking. The level of danger they pose will be determined by the security department. But first, I need to find a Wubbaboo just to see for myself. For all we know, they could be extremely dangerous. They're not! I do fully understand where you're coming from, Captain Arlen, but we really don't know where the Wubbaboos are. After all, we're just scared little kids. We're too timid to deal with mysterious entities like these, aren't we, Shilling? Oh, yes, that's right. We really don't know. Please leave us be and go search for the Wubbaboos elsewhere. Adler's right. You guys should totally go ahead and do as Adler says. Judging from Wen Shilling's answer, I have a feeling that Adler knows more than he's letting on. Yeah, no kidding. She even said that they're very familiar with the Wubbaboos. These two kids are too brave for their own good. In that case, let's keep our eyes on Adler. We might be able to gain some clues. He's already gone. I'll smash this stuff in our frustration. Arlen says, let's follow them. Okay, let's follow them. How do we follow them? Where have they gone? Okay. They have gone... What? they've gone through here. But there's nowhere to go. The map says I can go through here, but I can't. Oh, no, I'm at the wrong door. I was trying to get here. You know what? I'm just going to teleport. It's a millimeter away, but I'm going to teleport anyway. Hey, look, some baddies. This will be fun. What are these guys weak against? They're weak against me. I wonder if these guys will scale at all.
No manners, huh?
I'm just going to put on auto. I didn't check in advance what level they were. Maybe we can, if we're going to be fighting stuff on that are a wee bit weaker, we can bring some of our more baby people. These guys are definitely not super easy. I wonder if the space station monsters will scale. And I literally just said that, but sorry. Yikes. Brains. I can't has them. Let's take out Esther and bring in Su Shang. And maybe I'd quite like to play this chick. Hang on. I might need to level her up first. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I can't quite get her to 20. Sheesh. Blah. Deep, deep. Okay, cool. What light cone have I put on her? When they use their ultimate, increases their attack for 2 turns. Do we have something better? Because it feels really lame. It's this one. After they use their skill, they regenerate 8 energy. Increases their ultimate. Oh. I'm sorry, I just noticed up here in the corner. The seriousness of breakfast? What, is that what this light cone's called? That's what Suval has on, right? The seriousness of breakfast. Okay, okay. So, again, the whole, like, path versus... Oh. This is level 26. I must have put on one that somebody else had, so actually that's actually really good for her to have one. She's erudition, but also quantum. Using quantum to inflict weakness break does quantum damage and causes entanglement, delaying the enemy's action and dealing additional quantum damage to the affected enemy at the start of the next turn. When the enemy is hit, this extra damage will increase. Yeah, I really want to try her out. Oh, I can't do that yet because I haven't ascended her. But I can do this. Increases her attack. Sure. It only takes 2 of those little things. Relics. We've just auto-equipped her that set, which, okay. Still don't have enough boots for everyone, which is annoying. I should go back down to the Frostland and just do more fighting. Yeah, so I want to swap out Saval. Because let's go fly a kite, you know? Let's try some new people. Wubbaboo. Woo! Is everything here? I bought all the things you need, too. After completing your task, go back quickly. Sorry, fam. I'll be right back. Food is prepared, and I am going to go eat it. So... power of internet magic. I'll be back in a moment. Using the power of TV magic, we return as if an hour hasn't passed in real life. Alright. Adler, after completing your task, go back quickly. You already got the attention of the security department, so please try to stop making more problems. Come on. Here we go. Woo, woo, woo. It just won't work, even if you put on a terrifying look like that. Captain Ireland is the head of the security department, and he's also with the hero who helped thwart the Legion's invasion of the space station. With those two together, even the biggest one among you is no match for them. Whoa. Anyway, take the stuff and leave, quickly. Freeze! We've got you surrounded. Oh, look, it's so weird. Lone Wubbaboo. Whoa. So that's the scary Wubbaboo? Oh, you adults are so shameless, going out of your way to stalk a kid like me. This is me outsmarting you. Ugh. You adults are only good at one thing, making up excuses for your own actions. Says the little shit making up excuses for his own actions. Oh! I don't know how long my mic was upside down, but, yeah. Adler, what are you and the Wubbaboo conspiring to do? Tell me now, and I promise I won't hold you responsible. There's no conspiracy. I was just mumbling to myself. Did you hear the Wubbaboo talking? It does not speak human languages, and has no need to, because you can understand it. The little Adler from the Department of Ecology is a master of languages of different species. We are very much aware of that. Ooh. Oh, sorry. That was Arlen talking, not Adler. It doesn't, yeah. Because I was like, is Adler possessed? Talking about himself in the third person. If you insist on being tight-lipped about this, I will have to find the director of the Department of Ecology. Ugh, please don't tell Auntie Hinkle about this. I'll tell you everything. After the Wubbaboos escaped, they stayed low profile in the space station for a long time, and we played together a lot. However, recently they have been mobilizing en masse for a certain collective aim. Even this one, my best friend, wanted me to find some things for them, all of which seem to have a connection with a certain researcher. I don't know what this is for, but they certainly don't mean to hurt anyone. I didn't tell anyone because everyone in the space station is an adult working on their own research projects. It's so hard to find a playmate, and I don't want them to be recovered just because of some baseless accusations. I never expected that you had this childlike side to you. This is Arlen again. Adler's always acted like an adult, and I was a bit concerned at some point. So, as you've already established, the Wubbaboos are mobilizing to work towards a certain objective, which, I believe, will be the new focus of the security department's investigation for now. Ooh. Did it say something? It says, I will never reveal our goal. It also said, mind your business or the scariest of us all will eventually come and make your lives difficult. It said that much with just one sound? You can rest assured that I translated faithfully. Looks like we're stuck in a stalemate. If that's the case, my only action is to make a concession by arresting this one for an internal report. Ooh! Wait! Unless it says, if you can prove that your intentions are benevolent, I will consider telling you the location of our base. It can negotiate too? So, how do we prove our intentions are benevolent then? As I've mentioned before, they were trying to collect the belongings of a certain researcher named Eikura Shu. That researchers' belongings have all been taken away by Legion's monsters, and all the other Wubbaboos and I have been spending a huge amount of time and effort on retrieving the taken items. That's why they keep getting photographed. They were so occupied with dealing with difficult opponents that they had no spare energy left to stealth themselves. If you can help them out, then you're a friend. Otherwise, it still won't tell you a single word, even if you threaten to take its life. There's something fishy about this researcher thing. Recovering researchers' belongings falls within the security department's purview. Apart from our duties, we can also help the Wubbaboo's request at the same time, which is killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Just leave this to Gingerji and me. Woo! It says, happy collaborating. My comrades are already present at the scene, just waiting to strike. Hopefully you'll be able to recover Eikura Shu's belongings before as soon as possible. I'm waiting for your good news. Okay. I must say, I did think that this quest would not take so long. But, you know, shit happens, right? Let's go. Help the Wubbaboos deal with the monsters. This is the zone. I am in it. They are below me. How do I get down there? Can I jump? Hey you! I don't know. Fuck. Don't ask me shitty, stupid questions like that. I don't know where I am or where I'm supposed to go. Map. Like, why didn't this bring me to the right level anyway? Storage zone is where I want to be. Where am I? I'm in the storage zone. Fucking bullshit map. Let's try this teleporter. See, there we go. Whoop, something can see me. Just spam the attack button, hope you don't die. Sure, you can, do that. I'm gonna, protect our babies.
Phew! Let's go. Choose them to strike.
Okay, what can you do?
Let me through. You're not
That's
going
very
anywhere.
exciting.
Tough luck running into me.
Can you protect our other baby, please? That was hilarious.
Wait for the tiles.
Oh, what? She got something. Oh, this is the weird character that, like, has this weird RNG.
Dodge this. My turn.
I might need to actually go read how
Reach the end
her
of the story in your own way.
Thing works. Okay. Mouse is helpful for this situation. Skill. Okay, so her basic attack tosses 1 jade tile from the suit with the fewest tiles in hand to deal quantum damage equal to 50% of her attack. Cherry on top. Blast deals quantum damage equal to 120% of her attack to a single enemy and deals quantum damage equal to 50% of and deals quantity to people on top. Cherry on top cannot recover skill points. Yeah, okay. Then her talent. When an ally's turn starts, Xingqiu randomly draws 1 tile from 3 different suits and can hold up to 4 tiles at one time. If Xingqiu starts her turn with 4 tiles of the same suit, she consumes all tiles to enter the hidden hand state. While in this state, she cannot use her skill again. At the same time, her attack increases by 36%, and her basic attack, Flower Pick, is enhanced, becoming Cherry on Top. The hidden hand state ends after using Cherry on Top. Okay. Deals quantum damage to all enemies, and she obtains 4 jade tiles. Okay, so by default, when she does her ultimate, it activates her Cherry on Top state. Scoop of the Moon immediately draw. I assume these are like named after like moves in Mahjong. Immediately draws 2 jade tiles, increases damage by 14% until the end of the current turn. This effect can stack up to 4 times. The turn will not end after the skill is used. So she doesn't actually do damage with that. After using Technique, Chinchu draws 2 jade tiles when the battle starts. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to use her just because of the chaos. But I will. What is this guy weak against? Level 34. Hang on. My babies will die. My babies will die if I bring them. I do like being able to change things up from time to time. Maybe we'll keep Sushang and we'll bring Natasha so she can heal. We've got so much destruction on our team right now. Hi! Yeah. Single targeted up, my friend.
Told you I could fight.
And defend our wee baby. Because she is a wee baby. I will actually just heal.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
The zoom in on the tits is really unnecessary. Just saying.
That'll take more than medicine.
Try that again.
I suppose I might as well use this.
Hands hurt. You can't run. Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
Don't get blinded. After I play this
Anywhere.
episode, team, is that what you guys wanted? You Wubbabos? Oh. Researcher Erika Ekura, Shu's diary. 39:51, 21:57 AE, Lyrid meteor shower. Ha! This may sound strange, but imagine a herd of space station researcher who's spent a lot of time in space being fearful of zero gravity. It's been 5 hours and I can still clearly feel the sensation of the traction cable tightly wrapped around my upper body. Even though I'm aware that the cable is made from a rare lithium fluoride that cannot be damaged by even the sharpest blade, I still imagine myself being unbound and slowly floating into space. After all, the universe is vast and there is definitely a place for everyone. What's the point of staying on the space station and being constantly humiliated? Maybe I would be lucky enough to be intercepted by the celestial comet wall while floating through the darkness and board the jingling minecart of the shepherds to travel amongst the stars. But it's also possible that I would fall right through the cracks of the galaxy into the great abyss of the Leviathan like a mayfly into the mouth of a giant whale. Are their insides warm, dark, and moist, or is it like a gentle, starry night sky as the Nameless describes it to be? If it's the latter, I presume that's supposed to say, I would at least be able to witness, unless they're talking about an actual ladder. No. If it's the latter, I would at least be able to witness such a magnificent sight before my death. It'd be better than staying here and being treated like garbage. Anyways, it doesn't really matter where I die. No one would care anyway. Beep beep. Balance confirmation complete. Red lights flash inside the balance cabin. The noises notify me that the inspection mission has been completed and the power balance of the protective field is intact. Dying in the mouth of the great abyss is just my blabbering. Right now I need to lean on the control station and make some formal recordings. I'm sure the terrible handwriting won't be an issue. Perhaps I shouldn't waste the first-hand information and try to complete the anti-gravity protective field research report as soon as I can make up for the undesired results of the previous research and regain some of my self-evaluation points. Or maybe I should go and find Win Qianwing in the repair room for a beverage to relax my nerves. I can then be honest with myself and admit my distaste for writing research reports. Through the porthole, I can see the faint blue-violet lights of the anti-gravity protective field dispersed across the universe. It's been around for a total of 8 amber eras. It is hard to imagine anyone other than the IPC being able to put together something with the ability to withstand such a long period of time. Was its original conception praise for Madame Herta, or was it a prophecy against unknown danger? Or was it both? It didn't matter, because soon the monsters would be arriving, and they will throw themselves at the space station more frequently than they have in the past. The mutations they will send will also be more horrifying. They've been kept in the research cabin for the past era, and living as phantoms in the room. What? They've been kept in the research cabin for the past era, and living as phantoms in the rumors that spread across the space station. But now, being in the front lines, it is very likely I will encounter them eventually. This isn't exactly bad news. In fact, it makes me excited. Information regarding the Legion has always been monopolized by elite researchers. It would be much more interesting to observe the space station's most prominent enemy up close than inspecting and repairing ionization balance and researching ways to upgrade the defenses. Why would upgrading the defenses be something a researcher like me would be worrying about? Does the IPC only make the defenses and offer no after-sales services? Leaving the task of ultimate survival to the researcher with the lowest evaluation score in an era doesn't make sense at all. I suspect that this is just a trap, and that there's a subtext to it. Once a researcher fails, he should go and do some physical labor to prove what values they have remaining. Although I have no interest in this topic, I have to produce a decent research report, or I'll have to continue my stare down with it in the next era. It's a spectacular form of cyclical punishment. I actually don't really understand why everything has a score. Obviously, someone's going to say only a bottom feeder and a failure like me would question the logical nature of a point system. All the researchers line up to enter the scoring room on the same day of every amber era, allowing the space station to inspect us in the name of erudition. Like pigs for the slaughter on an assembly line, we are branded with elite, average, or inferior scores. For the purpose of receiving a higher score, topics that are less popular, more esoteric, or have a longer reporting period are deserted by the researchers, while the number of research topics that are for flattery and show increase by the day. I understood something when I took the researchers pursuing their artificial score. We are not being blessed by the erudition, but exploited by it. It can easily control this crowd of intelligent minds, placing their unrestrained ingenuity on one specific location, thus annihilating all possibilities for them to think freely. I can't help but think about the situation on my home planet, the one marked Shin 41 on the Hosea star map. Back then, I was such a genius, and with so much energy. When I first showed the potential to take the test, my childhood companions were no different from the shallow researchers at the space station. They had surrounded and cheered for me, just like how the researchers are now celebrating the heroes researching the Legion. They had prayed that I would one day take them away from Shin 41, that one day I would show the residents of Shin 41 what life is like in the galactic regions outside of the colonized area. They've once dreamed of a different life, one that doesn't include wasting their entire lives harvesting hallucinogenic spices to sustain the Slinkan species' supposed dreams of immortality. I too found out after arriving at the space station that the Slinkans aren't the rulers I too only found out after arriving at the space station that the Slinkins aren't the rulers of the galaxy. On the contrary, compared to the supreme existences in this galaxy, the Slinkins are really not that different from the residents of Shin 41. All the residents of Shin 41 were brave. If the residents of Shin 41 were brave enough, they should revolt at all costs against the weak social control that the Slinkins have over them. But they can't because they lack both knowledge and courage. Although I've overcome my lack of knowledge regarding this oppressive situation, the cowardice bred from the impoverished soil on X41 has been etched deep into my bones. That is why I remained silent when I received my single-digit score due to those unpredictable spiritual organisms. I received the gaze of the Skynet in the scoring room to just as I had bathed under the acid rain of my home planet. I was burning up, I was humiliated, I was full of hatred, and I was silent. However, it's proven that even the feeling of awkwardness is excess. There is only one benefit in splitting people into different grades outside of the space station: the convenience of feeling superior over others. It's worse here, however. The researchers have no need for something like a sense of superiority. All their hard work is for the purpose of gaining Madame Herter's attention and acknowledgement. They walk past me as if I'm just a harmless ghost. That's right. There have always been harmless ghosts wandering around aimlessly in silence here. It's just that by the time I became able and willing to notice them, I too have become one of them. I still haven't found the courage to tell my real situation to my family in the distant homeland. I don't want them to know that the genius of Shin 41, whom they had such high hopes for, is nothing but an inferior grade pig in the space station they gaze upon day and night. Akura Shu. Wow. It's really tough. I hadn't really registered that, like, the people on the space station are all geniuses. Even if they're not members of the genius society, they are themselves geniuses compared to normal people, quote unquote. And how much this community and the sort of intergalactic community has been kind of, well, this is obviously not a safe zone if there's a fucking guy right here.
Rules are made to be broken.
No more playing nice.
How there's a sort of culture of
Dodge this! Phew!
of
Let's
sort
go.
of logic is sort of this sort of hyper rationalism kind of logic is
Try that again.
the ultimate.
This! Samurai Speedus! You're not going anywhere!
And how that affects people.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Also, what she was talking about, oh my gosh, okay. I guess this episode is going to be a reading stuff out episode. What she was saying about, like, how point systems kind of bias research unintentionally is true. And like, if any of you have been in research, the way that was just described right there is like exactly what it's like in the universities or colleges if you're in America, because there's a point system that every researcher in the world gets. Well, it depends. Different countries have different systems, but basically you get graded on how good of a researcher you are, like how much research you've been putting out and how good quality it is and how much it's like money is brought in for the university and how much it connects with like the community and all this sort of stuff. And then you get a grade, and then the university itself, at least in New Zealand, gets more money depending on how, from the government, depending on how many high grade researchers they have. And it's exactly the same thing as what you just described. It perverts the system because it kind of gets rid of the concept of research for research's sake, and it's all kind of how does your research feed into the system? So it's interesting seeing that kind of described in a fictional setting, but it's basically the same thing as real life. Okay, so the origin of this mail is planet Shin 41, so it's coming from her homeland. It's family greetings. Examination result passed. No mimetic virus present. Examiner Elizabeth Watson sent to Department of Ecology entry researcher Aikura Shu. Seal. Dear Shu, your dad and I are very happy to have received your third letter. It made him so happy that he lit a harmonious joy that he has saved for many years to celebrate. I couldn't stop him. You know what I'm talking about. Ever since the Slinkins announced the ban on spices, all related products have been removed from our daily lives. Your dad is risking being arrested and physical punishment to celebrate. He even showed the entire town your letter. Please understand that he's not trying to breach our family's privacy. It's just that he's genuinely proud of having you as his son. Oh, I didn't realize that that person was a dude. That night, everyone bunched together to read your letter. The curio in the space station that you mentioned is something unheard of here. And the descriptions of the researchers you work with, well, to people like us who've spent their entire lives on Shin 41, they sound like geniuses compared to even the Slinkans. However, according to what you said in your letter, the Slinkans aren't the embodiment of truth, nor the dominion of the universe. Then does that mean they aren't able to bring our civilization to its apex? Are there really more majestic beings than the Slinkans? To be honest, this is a little too much for me. I tried looking through historical records in the pile of dusty books about the period before the Slinkans arrived, but I was stopped by your father. He said that the only reason I would attempt to do something as risky as reading banned books is that I had nothing better to do. I was about to use your words to talk back to him, but he said that if I had time for that, I'm better off gathering another basket of leaves from the spice fields so that we would have enough money to send you a few more things for you from home next harvest season. I thought about it. Your father was right. These things are better left to you young people to think about. Oh, and there was this boy who got really excited reading your letter. His name is Milo, and he used to attend the same academy as you. Let me think. He stood on a chair and said, you have brought brand new knowledge to everyone. He said that you were the firebringer or something. He quickly left after saying that. At the time I'm writing this letter, he has already been missing for 22 days, and today, in the foggy morning, his body was discovered. The morning fog has been very thick recently on Shin 41. I think it's because the Slinkans have increased the burnings of spices. I think they're celebrating some sort of holiday or welcoming someone important. A number of small spacecraft flew recently around the Slinkan residential area. But I digress. Back to Milo. He was lying in the wilderness 100 metres from the Slinkan residential area. His eyes, mouth, ears and abdomen were stuffed full of used spices. The townspeople all said this was a warning from the Slinkans. We buried Milo on a small hill, on the side where the dark yellow lilacs blossom. A few people cried, including your father. They loudly denounced the thick smoke and how it makes their eyes hurt, but quietly claimed that Milo's individualistic style cost him his life. If he had an idea, he should have talked to everyone about it. They also said he was stubborn like a pair of fire tongs, and I think they probably meant didn't rat anyone out to his death. Don't worry, after what happens, I won't ever let your dad carelessly share your letters again. Oh, I've also got something that's been bothering everyone. Aren't you working at Herta Space Station? Then what does Madame Herta mean? Is that a person? From your description, she sounds like a Slinkan. Intelligent, wealthy, cold, and a little crazy. You've dealt with Slinkans on Shin 41 for more than a decade, so it's no surprise you were able to earn her favour. Obviously, I'm not saying that your work isn't just as splendid. I believe that getting number 1 in your evaluation is a result of an immense amount of hard work. Okay, so Aikura lied. But then again, you've already proven you were capable of that when you first passed the exam and received a ticket to board the space station. Oh, and that Master Capote you talked about, him being so nice to you shows, the guy that's a total asshole, him being so nice to you shows that there are more good people than not in the galaxy. Or why would the stories of the Galaxy Ranger be passed around everywhere? If you're a big celebrity on the space station, as you say, then you need to be even more careful and restrained. Please don't mind my nagging. I don't want you to be impulsive and pay the price for it. A mother knows her son better than anyone ever could. Well, that's all the reminders I have for you. I've been dreaming about you lately. In my dream, you locked yourself inside a black house. It makes me very worried. Maybe it's because I'm getting old. I let my imagination get the better of me and it's been affecting my sleep. I'm always worried about if your work is going well, if you're eating enough, if you've lost weight, if you're wearing enough clothes, and all sorts of other questions. I had the Astral Logistics send you a pair of wool pants. I spent an entire season knitting, but it was rejected by the space station. They said that everyone there wears protective uniforms and have no use for something crude like this. Your dad was furious and tossed the pants in the new house we purchased for you. We basically spent all the savings we had from harvesting spices on that house. We're not recklessly spending money. There aren't many other luxuries to be had with the Slinkins ruling the place. We both hope that you can get married and start a family of your own soon. But if you don't plan on staying on Shin 41, then that's a whole different story. After all, that would be something completely beyond both of our imaginations. Oh, shoo. Mum wishes you health and happiness. Hop on a warp ship soon and come home to us. In the seal. Oh, that's really sad. I presume that Shu is dead. I don't know where I'm supposed to go or what I'm supposed to be doing. That guy was weirdly hanging around here. Oh, have I been in this room before? It seems like a room I shouldn't be allowed in. Shiny thing. What is this? Investigate. Oh, this is where I was born, right? You're back where the story started. In a trance, your thoughts begin to whirl. You remember faces and names that you passed by, gradually disappearing as you journeyed together. You remember the choices you made and how you still have no idea whether or not you'll come to regret them. It's time to embark on a new journey. You're confident you'll find answers to all of your questions in the not-too-distant future. Okay, that's cool, but where the fuck am I supposed to go? I don't know where I am on this map. I have a bad feeling about this, Gingerji. Just be careful. Okay? I will be careful, that is. I'll try to go the right way, for a start. Whoa! What a huge Wubbaboo! The Department of Ecology managed to contain something. I didn't see what the rest said. Let's switch to Mark so I can...
Help!
Oh.
Help me!
I couldn't
No
get
more
through that
playing
wall,
nice.
just in case you couldn't see why I did that.
Tough luck running into me.
Sure is.
Phew!
Let's make it quick.
I reckon we can just fucking nail these guys, yeah. Someone's yelling help, but...
Freeze!
I can't see a person.
I won't surrender.
Go on then.
My turn.
Rules are made to be broken.
I do find the text really interesting on those things, but it fucking canes my voice. Reading something that long.
Here.
Let's go.
Gotta try hard sometimes.
Mate,
Watch this awesome
let's
move.
blow shit up together as friends.
Try that again.
Naughty child.
Naughty child.
Nap time.
Don't your hands hurt? Run. Take this. Shape of Taishu. Rise, Venus.
Die, please.
Luck
Thank
running into
you.
me.
Okay, who's got a lock on? You have.
Let's make it quick.
That'll take more than medicine.
I don't have anybody on who does AoE, so that's just a little good mental note, I think.
You're not going Eddie, my turn.
You kind of want to have that balance. Yeah,
Here.
power of cuteness.
Nap time.
Let me through.
Yeah, let's heal everybody.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Who's next? Yeah.
Let's go. Rules are made to be broken.
Yeah.
Told you I could fight. Dodge this. Try that again. Take this. Shape of time. Rise, Venus. You're annoying.
You are annoying.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch
saving
this awesome
us.
move.
Because he's not even ice-based, but... Okay.
You couldn't have done it without me.
Oh my gosh. Please, may this not be really long. Okay. Observation on Wubbaboo behaviour. This page is extremely wrinkled. It's obvious that someone has crumpled it into a ball before tossing it away. File number, blah, 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 blah. Department of Ecology, copyright ownership Eikurashu, number of times submitted 7, estimated filing date 32/11/21/57, which I think might have been the month before the other thing was written. Anyway. Main body. Wubbaboos exist in the world individually, in groups, and parasitically. It is known that without a host, Wubbaboos keep their whereabouts hidden. After they parasitized a host, their destructiveness is positively correlated with the host's mobility. 1, 2. 1. Pardon me. Oh, these are not the footnotes. Oh, there's actual references. Cited references. Wubbaboo possesses space station brute, steals 113 pairs of radiation protective boots in under a month, caught due to unbearable odor. Amazing. Oh, and then also, too, was the second reference there. Cited reference, Blitz, quickest collection operated in station history. Wubbaboo possesses 70-year-old woman, caught and booked within 5 minutes from urban blah blah blah. Based on a small test sample, a singular Wubbaboo possesses the intelligence of a roughly 6-year-old human. When in a group, the Wubbaboo's individual intelligence reduces dramatically. This is because the thought waves of spiritual organisms interfere with each other, and a resonance and frequency will affect their individual decision making. Whether with or without a host, the actions of the Wubbaboo and its host will abide by the 4 following rules. 1. Happy Wubbaboos will quickly run around a room with 5 or more corners. What? Sad Wubbaboos will gather in an empty room and share their unhappy thoughts with one another. 3. Angry Wubbaboos will expose themselves to strong rays of light. Some Wubbaboos will not be able to I guess Wubbaboos is not how that's pronounced. It's probably Wubba. It's probably Wubbaboos. Wubbaboos. Will not be able to bear strong emotions and scatter into galactic dust. Calm Wubbaboos will experience the strangest period in their life. They will destroy everything in their path and prank organisms around them out of no reason but pure mischiefs, truly living up to their nicknames of being a jinx or mischievous astral spirit. And the last reference here was the first sample is taken from researcher Adler. Due to Adler's spectacular display of intelligence in his age group, the results were ineffective. The second sample is taken from researcher Win Schilling. This paper has adopted the test conclusions of this sample. Reviewer feedback. It's common sense not to reference urban legends. 2. Is the sample size large enough? Have enough samples been taken? Does abruptly coming to a conclusion based on a singular sample reference fit within the Herder space station's research values? Star. So it's my fault that there are only 2 children on the space station? 3. What does rooms with 5 or more corners mean? A room with 5 or more corners means a room with more than just 4 corners. How else do you want me to explain it? 4. Some Wubbaboos will not be able to bear strong emotions and scatter into galactic dust. What were the steps that led to this research conclusion? I recommend an investigation looking into whether this researcher has abided by research guidelines and if there were unacceptable behaviours such as damaging collections and assets. Review conclusion. The research process is grossly lacking in scientific rigour and approach. The validity of the research conclusion is yet to be proven. Department evaluation conclusion. Failed. Will not be filed in stores. First evaluation reviewer. Capote Dal Lanchi. To hell with you! And second evaluation reviewer. None. Oh, so it was only reviewed by Capote and he's a dickhead. However, for all that he's a dickhead, and I've been a teacher at universities before, I would have said the exact same things. Like, she could. here's some essay guidelines for her. If you don't have enough references, the best thing is to just acknowledge that and say, based on the existing evidence, which is limited and not rigorous, we could assume these things. However, without further research, our conclusions are not what word would you use? It's like they're not enough. You need more. And so you would say, like, this is an initial analysis that needs further evidence to be conclusive. And so then you kind of you place yourself in a true place, which is we don't have enough research. We don't have enough evidence. But you start the process. You're like, let's start the conversation. This is what we have. Next person can take this and be like, I've disproven this part and this part because of this, because I have more information. Anyway. Do we think this is a calm Wubbaboo? Apparently I have to give the belongings to the Wubbaboo, but not here, somewhere else. And someone was screaming for help, but I genuinely didn't see that person. So, that's all reasonably confusing. Who knew that this quest was going to take a whole fucking episode? Okay, Adler. We have things. Woo! You're back! We found 3 items. Uh-huh. With just one glance, it already knew you had all the things. The little buddy is very impressed. After all, monsters can be quite a challenge to defeat sometimes. I'm curious. This is Alan. I'm curious, why do the Wubbaboos want researcher Akira Shu's belongings? I don't know. I asked the little buddy before, but it never answered. According to Wubbaboo's habits, maybe this Akira Shu offended them in some way, so they're taking revenge by confiscating his things? The name, Akira Shu, it feels familiar somehow. They're a Wubbaboo researcher. What makes you say that? Have you already seen some of the documents about him? I guess I missed it out somewhere along... Oh, that's Alan. What makes you say that? Have you already seen these documents about him? I guess I missed it out somewhere along the way. We ought to have a thorough check after getting our hands on such important evidence. Okay, I read through them. According to his letter back home, his diary, and his research report that we have on hand, he's just an ecology researcher with low access clearance, and he once served as a Wubbaboo researcher and caretaker. At some point, his research fell through, and he was transferred to handle the space station's anti-gravity protection net, daily repairs, and ionization balance maintenance. Before arriving at the space station, he was a 1 in a million genius on his home planet, but here his evaluation was extremely low, making his life here a lonely, uninteresting one. From his diary, we understand that he felt unfulfilled, but in his letters back home, his mother seemed to have high hopes for him. Looks like he has a habit of reporting good news only. I agree. Most people who leave their homes carry that mindset because they don't want to worry their parents. He lied about his status and claimed that Madame Herta gave him high praise and that he was very appreciated by his seniors, all to make his mother proud. So the belongings that the Wubbaboo wanted me to find belonged to such a researcher. How unrelatable. After all, I, Adler, have never faced such a dilemma in such unsuccessful research. Ooh. It just said, haven't you looked enough? Pass the items on to me now. Seeing how you have proven yourself to be on its side, it now acquiesces to pointing you towards their base of operation, which is at the end of the disposal site. Remember, only you two are allowed to go there. Oh my gosh. I'm dying. Can this episode be over, please? Again, where the fuck am I? Where am I? I'm in the supply zone. Okay. It's all very confusing. Teleport. I want to finish this quest on this episode. Maybe this is a foolish dream, but it's still a dream. Okay. Any monsters? Look at that thing over there, the giant Wubbaboo's form. The location of the base is correct. We should get there immediately and find out the reason why they're gathering here. Okay. There's a calyx thingy over here. What do these things do again? Oh, I do want that green thing. I'm not going to do it right now, though. Tired. How do we get over there? We need to turn... Oh, here we go. But what about this one? Oh. What about this one? It's not orange or blue. What's this guy weak to?
Freeze.
Good enough.
Let me through.
I'm gonna stick this one on auto fam.
You're annoying.
I'd love to know whether you guys want me to cut the fights out of this stuff. because
You couldn't have done it without me.
fuck this shit. Can we get coffee? Whoops. Okay. Not sure if this is helping me. But this game is not very complicated, so... Yeah, okay. Oh! Okay.
Freeze!
Now, I've just put that up. But I'm wondering if I can get across up here. What is this symbol? Oh. Oh, look, there's millions of them in that room. Hello. Can I talk to you? No? Okay. Fuck you too then. Hey, look, everybody. It's a puzzle. I promised my sibling I'd play Zelda with them after this. And I am very tired. And it's going to be interesting to see whether I can solve puzzles in this state. So many Wubbaboos. They seem to be gathered around something. On the dusty floor of the room, at a quiet corner of the disposal site, a card can be seen glimmering faintly. The special access card is vaguely distinguishable from the others. The corners are chipped and the writings are worn out. It's unclear if it works. When the light is at a certain angle, the word 1,000 stars can be vaguely seen printed on the card. 1,000 stars access and authentication. Mysterious card used to access an unknown facility. Its corner has been chipped away and the letters on it have become unrecognizable. But when you hold it... Yeah, okay. Interesting. I wonder what that's for. Hey, Wubbaboos. What's up? What are you gathering around? So this is what it is. So... What's going on? Do you still remember when it was written in the observation on... what was written on the observation on Wubbaboo behaviour? What kind of Wubbaboo would gather in an empty room? Ugh. I don't remember. It wasn't calm. They would do weird shit. Sad? Sad Wubbabos will gather in an empty room and share their unhappy thoughts. Not only that, the name Aikura Shu is carved onto the memorial stone they are guarding in this room. The carving looks new. It must have been built recently. These Wubbabos are gathering his belongings not to prank their previous caretaker and not to destroy it. Order on the space station. They were mourning a late friend. Looks like this researcher named Aikura Shu perished during the Legion's invasion. No wonder neither Adlin nor I seem to be able to record the name. I didn't think Wubbaboos, the seemingly feral and heartless astral spirits, would cherish friendship much more so than the humans on the space station. Well, these little guys don't seem to be that feral. Yes, you're right. They're indeed not feral. Come to think of it, they even seem a bit cute. Which reminds me, we should set up a similar type memorial site for those who lost their lives under the stampede of the Antimatter Legion, so as to offer condolences on behalf of the station. As for Aikura Shu's memorial stone, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have it stand here for eternity. With belongings gathered and the memorial stone secure, the ceremony is now complete. The Wubbaboos can now be appeased. But why does it seem like they still have no intention to leave? Maybe there's still something missing? What's missing? Let me think. Oh, I've got it. Gingerji, do you know how to take a picture? A picture of Wubbaboos gathering in front of the memorial. a picture of the giant Wubbaboo gathering this place by itself, and a picture of a couple of Wubbaboos sharing their grief. I hope you can take a few pictures that would fit these descriptions so we can memorialize them, eternalizing their friendship to make it resilient and enduring. That is what I think will truly leave Wubbaboos at peace. Okay, I can do that. R2. Yeah, save. I think that was just taking it of the big guy. Oh, here we go. These guys are sad. Aww. I feel bad for them. If we have pictures that we can keep forever, maybe the Wubbaboos will finally fulfill their wish. The pictures are all done. Thank you so much. I didn't expect these little things, which are often mistaken for specters, to have a soft side. Looking at these pictures, I think it's time they leave. It all began with this collective goal of theirs, and now that it's finally realized, they should be able to continue living in peaceful coexistence with the staff members. But there's still one last thing. This is a small token of appreciation for being such a kind witness for all of this, Gingerji. Please take it. Adler said that the Wubbaboos prepared a unique blessing just for you, using the special technique of their species. From now, you'll be one of the very few who can understand them. Cool. Man, there's been so many really mean things I could have said during this quest. They're indeed a species full of wonders. The space station should be the best place for them. As for the humans and the Wubbaboos, well, our lives have to go on. However, perhaps in the future you can drop by more often to have a chat with them. Think of it as a commemoration of this encounter. I can understand Wubbaboos. Profile picture obtained from finishing the mission Requiem Mass. As astral spirits contained within the Department of Ecology, it took a lot of effort to teach Wubbaboos to look at the camera. Look here! Woo woo! Woo 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 woo! Did you get it? I mean, to me, this just seems like a perfect example of a show or game creating something that can be easily sold as a mascot because people love shit like that. Yeah. So there we go. We saved the Wubbaboos, sort of. That's quite sad though. There's something I was going to check real quick. I was going to check how much XP we got. Oh my gosh, not a lot. Okay. It's all good. I think that's me done. I actually really enjoyed that quest, even though I was tired and there's a lot of reading. Nice to learn about space specters. And you know, it gets me too. I want one of these in my room. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, tell me if you too would be easily sucked in by reasonably average marketing and would want a squishy Wubbaboo to snug at night. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll catch you next time for more getting through quests so that we can get back to the main quest. Yay! Bye!